Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Well, first of all, no, I would like to say congratulations on being hired back after being fired yesterday. All right, we're very happy to have you back here, Aston. Again, in terms of Mudgolems versus Nigma, I think this is pretty heavily Nigma favored. That being said, Mudgolems have finally won a series. It's been a while since they last won a series, but you know, live to win. That's the team they take out. I think let me count here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They were on a 6-series losing streak. No, 7, 8. No, I'm not done. 8. 9 game losing streak. They just shattered that yesterday on Mudgolems. So hopefully they get some momentum with that. Maybe they got some confidence after that series as well. I know it was only live to win, but still, those guys are really good, and they're playing against Nigma. This team was playing phenomenally yesterday. So I have very high expectations for them, and I really think this is quite Nigma favored, but we might be in for a surprise.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I believe it too. It's possible for Nigma to do it because they just, the way that they played yesterday, I got goosebumps in those games. You know, just like how they play the fights, where they go, and things like that. Maybe they're just lacking a little bit below OG in terms of strategy at the moment, but you know, lower bracket run means more games, more chances to try new things out. Also, the new patch is hitting probably after this tournament, so not after this tournament, after today's games, probably the new patch will hit. Yeah.
Anti-mage.
Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
Yep.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah. I think they'll wait. They're definitely watching this. Some amazing Dota happening in this tournament so far. They don't want to interrupt that, you know, any bugs and breaks and stuff. Also, you would delay it.
Seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Yeah, before we get there, they also banned out the Venge on the side of Mudgolems. I don't think Nigma are ever going to get Venge again on this patch, but we don't know what will happen next patch. You know, maybe Venge is a whole nother hero already. But yeah, this Earth Spirit, Anti-Mage, you know, we've seen this quite a bit where people will start to pick AM against the Faceless Void, because if you get ahead, you can constantly burn the mana of all the Faceless Void with an Abyssal Blade and then try to like win the fights through that. But then Faceless Void can also do really well against Anti-Mage when it gets that Chrono on the Mask of Madness, with the Mask of Madness and the Midas or whatever he may go into early game. That being said, Nigma are really going to need to pick an offlaner that can punish this Faceless Void. Like, try to shut him down in the early game. Don't give him that easy, you know, free farm, because that's when it gets really scary for Anti-Mage. Mm-hmm.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yep, it's definitely going to be a really good Undying Faces Void combo. It's one of the strongest combos of the patch as well. That being said, Undying not that good against anti-mage though. Can't really catch him, and you know, if he goes on you with an Abyssal Blade, you might die too before you can get the tomb off in the late game. I would rather see more physical damage coming out from Mudgolems this game, I think. Legion was a good ban. Slaughter's already gone, so Anti-Mage isn't really scared of those dudes. Beastmaster also banned. Like, these are the 3 heroes that we often see when teams pick Anti-Mage is LC, Slaughter, Beastmaster. So Mudgolems, they do need more physical damage though, for sure. And AM also makes it so that you're not gonna pick heroes like Zeus, maybe OD, you know, like if that's even a hero that you sometimes pick with Void. Pretty good against, honestly. When you pop that ulti, you can see him, you can blink on top of him, especially before he gets the Manta. And Mudgolems go with the Nature's Prophet. So now, I kind of like this if it's the position 5. I'm not the biggest fan of Nature's Prophet position 2 or 3 in this situation, but as a 5, I think it can have a lot of impact. Not only would it give Faces Void a really good lane and give him free farm, that's what Void needs to battle up against Anti-Mage. But it can also have a lot of global presence in terms of taking towers and can build those aura items for you. So I'm a pretty big fan of this NP5 at least. I hope that's the route that Fada's gonna go for, and I think it is because they pick it this early in the draft. Yeah, what Nigma needs right now is a lot of lane shoving capability. So heroes like Underlord could be really interesting. Just Batrider, that could be a really good pick actually right now. You're against Nature's Prophet. Even if there's a Faces Void and you got time dilation, you're not going to be laning against him for the most part. You're probably going to be mid lane. So I actually really like a Batrider pick here. Legion is already banned. We won't be seeing some mid Legion commander against it. So I think that's pretty interesting.
Yeah. There's obviously some spicy stuff like that coming out, but last it's being controlled up, so they're gonna go with the Mars
okay.
Nigma. Yeah, pretty safe bet here. I mean, so I gotta be honest, I don't love this Mars pick, but what do you think the reasoning's for?
The Mars is a complete flex in this situation, right? You got the last pick, like you can put the Mars in the mid lane if you want, and you can pick another offlaner for mind control. I know we plays that hero, but they just wanted, again, lane shove. It does provide a little bit of that. It provides you with team fight as well. That being said, not the biggest fan of Mars against Faces Void, especially in the laning. Faces Void can, like, unless Mars is with like an IO or something who can buff him up, but with an Earth Spirit, a bit scary for Mars. Does a lot of magic damage with that bash. You can backtrack Mars' damage as well.
Yep, and just easily get out of the arena, which is another well. The Mirana can't, Void. She can't leap over the arena.
Oh, she can.
She can? Oh,
get out, yeah.
Gotta say, I'm not the biggest fan of this Mars pick there. Seems like two of these heroes.
Well, I mean, now you're making me doubt myself because I play a lot of Mirana. I spam Mirana, but I always leap before the arena. Like actually, like sometimes I'm thinking I might have leapt before the arena actually forms. You know. Like if I see a Mars blink on me, I'm already leaping, so actually making me doubt myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a second to
yeah, quickly jump into the demo lobby, and I got it from here, don't worry. So Yeah.
Radiant team ban.
Yeah, that could be a bit of a swing ball. What's it? Is it a spin ball? Is it a curve ball? That's the one we're looking for.
10 seconds remaining.
Vocabulary up and running today.
5 seconds
Phew.
remaining.
Okay. Any predictions for
Very easy.
pickups here from these two
Dire
teams?
team
It seems
back.
like both teams need their mid laners, and the Death Prophet being banned by Mudgolem seems like a deer.
Well,
think it could be
it's
really
also
good.
possible Magnus is gonna be their mid lane, and they're gonna pick another off lane here. Really like Magnus carry mid lane this game, Mage, because Magnus
10 seconds.
has a lot of physical damage. You know, you want him to have Echo Saber, you want him to have Blink, you want him to just RP this AM, maybe even solo kill him potentially, depending on how much he's able to farm. Before Anti-Mage gets Manta, he's really not that strong. He's only running around with like Treads, Battle Fury, and like a Yasha, right? So his HP pool is very low. They're banning out Doom and Snapfire. Wasn't really the biggest fan of the Snapfire ban. I don't think it was really needed. I understand the reason for it because he got the Void Chrono, but Snap is not a hero that's going to be pressuring AM up.
5 seconds remaining.
Doom ban though, that's understandable. You know, if you get a Doom on AM, feels bad. And Mudgolems, they banned perfect heroes here. Batrider, DP, one thing. Oh, they also banned out the Viper. There is a Zeus available. I kind of like Zeus for Nigma, possibly. Even like a Shadow Fiend. That's something Nigma do play.
Yeah.
Just something that does magic damage that can like back up this Mars and the Earth Spirits damage output. Zeus I like less, but I think it's a possibility for Nigma to pick. And there it is. They're gonna pick the Tusk. So that's gonna be the position 3 with the Mirana at the 4 and NP at the 5, I think.
Interesting. Okay. So running the Tusk as an offlane, most likely
10
we'll see who picks
Yeah.
it up, where they go. But now it's time for Nigma to come up with a
5
response.
seconds remaining.
There's also other possibilities where like they put, you know, Mirana 5 or something, NP offlane, Tusk 4. But I think it's better if they put the Tusk at the position. We've seen Seb play this, right? And other players play this offlane Tusk. I think it's very strong. Quite nice against Anti-Mage. You're gonna buy like double bracers, constantly right-click him. If he walks up, you can tag team. Sure, you can blink out, but later on in the game, it's gonna be a hell of a lot of physical damage.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot to deal with. And there it is, the Zeus as predicted for Team Nigma, and that is going to be instantly picked up by We. So we'll see where Mudgolems take their heroes, but I am most likely predicting the Tusk to be in the offlane. Looks like they were kind of ready to switch it up as needed, and now they've seen the picks, they're going to have a look and they're going to decide where they want these heroes to go, but no hesitation on the side of Nigma. They know who they want and where they want them.
So Zeus pick, I mean, I just looking at like Wee's possible heroes, and I'm like, he got his Viper banned, Bat banned, you know, his DP's banned out too. It's like, okay, it must be like a Zeus or that's what it is. I mean, the problem with Zeus here is there's going to be a little bit of problems in creating space for the anti-mage, right? They're good at fighting back Mudgolems when they're attacking you, but they're not really good at applying pressure themselves. So this is going to give a pretty free game for the Faceless Void, in my opinion. And it's actually going to be fought out playing the Mirana 5, and they're going to go Milan on the position 4 Tusk and the position 3 NP like we thought they might also be able to do. This is probably adjusted because they see the Zeus mid and they want this Tusk to be able to roam between the Nature Prophets lane and also killing off the Zeus mid because he has no way of getting out.
Yeah, that makes sense. So no Milana today, very sad, but Fata, Mirana still going to be pretty damn good. But yeah, we'll see what Nigma can do with this draft. What are the key lanes, do you think, for these two teams? What needs to be won, and what could be very scary for each of them?
I think the Crystal Main Anti-Mage, like Anti-Mage is probably going to have free farm anyway. The key lane is going to be definitely the top lane, bottom lane. The Faceless Void plus the Mirana versus the Mars and the Earth Spirit, right? Whoever wins this lane is gonna be giving significant advantage to their team, because the Void, he needs to have free farm to be able to, like, you know, control this anti-mage up and reduce his farming potential. And on the side of Nigma, they're just trying to shut down this Void. It's going to be very hard for Mind Control because his only support partner is an Earth Spirit, and he can't really kill the Mirana either in the lane because she's got leaps. But they're going to have to do something.
They are indeed. Alrighty, folks, let's get into it. It is game number 1 in its best of 3 series here in the lower bracket between Nigma and Mudgolems. Will Mudgolems be able to take a surprise victory here, or is it going to be Nigma walking the floor? I do feel very good about Nigma. I think their draft is looking pretty damn good as well. However, there is possibility for Skidder to really kick off, and I think it's a great kind of draft for Mudgolems to prove themselves here, because when we look at this Mudgolems team, we always say the same thing. They don't really prioritize Skitter, and he often ends up having a bad game. Not entirely his own fault, they just don't really seem to prioritize him very much. And this is the kind of game where he needs to have a good game. If he's not doing stuff, then I don't think his entire team's going to be doing stuff. But they do have this Magnus to try and enable him just a little bit. But beyond that, they don't really have much amplification coming.
Honestly, I would have loved to have seen this Mirana. Oh, Milan gonna get gone up for a bit.
Nice arrow, though.
GH gonna be arrowed. Yeah. That's going to be a lot of damage onto GH.
Oh no, and the tag team as well. Goodbye, sir. But Tusk is probably going to be trading his life for this one, as Kuro should be able to bring him down. Wee's got to come across. He wants the gold, and he's going to be able to
Miracle needs to be careful.
Miracle taking a decent amount of damage. They've got the arrow available in 2 seconds. Will they land it? Let's see. Arrow tempted. He doesn't actually go for it, realizing that it's just not going to happen. Miracle's going to be able to get himself away, and that is going to put an end to things. Meanwhile, the bounty rune should go to 33 if he can run there in time. Yeah, he cannot. Kuro's not even going for it. So that's going to mean the bounty rune's going 3 actually for the Mudgolems.
Ooh, pretty big. And Mirana's the one who got the kill, so the position 5. She actually buys a Wraith Band right away, interestingly enough, on the post 5 here. That's all good. So I was gonna say that I would have liked to have seen NP as a 5 and maybe Mirana as a 3 instead, playing with the Tusk. That would have been a lot of kill threat on the Anti-Mage and the Crystal Maiden, in my opinion. And then that way you can actually guarantee to face this Void's lane a little bit more. But maybe with this first blood from Fada and getting that Wraith Band, it might just be enough to be able to harass this Mars out of the lane.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering as well. And starting off with this arrow landing onto the Mars is a really nice way for Fada to enter the lane. Just gets him down nice and early. Doesn't have a salve. Only has one on GH. So either forcing that out early or just kind of putting the harassment onto Mind Control and giving Skidder a free time. Exactly what they want to do. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Miracle's in some trouble. Frostbite comes out onto the Nature's Prophet. Milan is on top of Miracle, though. Does he have the blink? He does not. He's still level 1. He's just going to get run down by Milan and 33. Massive kills, and they might not be done here. Moving forward onto Kuro. They have a lot of damage to output here with the right clicks are going under the tower for it. Kuro's going to turn around, get the Frostbite out onto Milan, but the right clicks come in from 33. He gets a double kill on this Nature's Prophet. Great start to these side lanes from Mudgolems.
Absolutely huge. If 33 goes back, gets an early power treads, his anti-mage is going to hate his life. And not only that, he's walking back to the top lane because he has to TP, right? And now...
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That's it. This is terrible. This is literally the worst possible situation. Like, that level 1 play that occurred created such a big ripple effect. Like, Mudgolems have already got 1,000 gold lead now just because of this.
Yeah, that is a bit problematic. Meanwhile, we got to roll in down in the bottom lane as Skitter connects onto GH. The GH connects onto Skitter, and London Spear's going to hold him still against that tree as well, but we'll be able to make it back under the tower. They don't have the damage to actually kill him off. Do they have a salve between them? Doesn't look like it, so it's going to be
They do.
Oh, they do.
Fada already salved them, yeah. It was good. This is what they need to help Skitter out. And, you know, Nigma, they understand. They got to pressure up this Void, especially if their AI is struggling the way he is right now. He's going for pulls. He's still level 1 on Miracle. I've never seen Miracle have like this bad of a lane. And it all started because of that level 1 play and having to TP onto the tier 1 tower.
Yeah, this is the worst possible start any carry has had in the tournament so far. I feel fairly safe in saying that as well.
Very rough. And also, Kuro has spent a lot of mana as well on the level 1 engagement with its frostbites. Oof.
Yeah, it's not the dreamy scenarios, but you know, he's going to start hitting some creeps, Miracle, and they won't be able to keep him down that long unless they can continue the aggression onto him. Might be easier said than done. Milan even looking now onto Kuro. They want to try and drop the Crystal Maiden. Miracle coming in to deal a bit of damage. Meanwhile, they take down Mind Control in the bottom lane. Kuro goes down at top. Miracle has to jump himself away here, but they lose their Crystal Maiden. They don't get anything in response for it. Meanwhile, down at bottom, they do get the kill onto Mind Control on the Mars, so really, really strong side lanes coming out from Mudgolems. They are absolutely walking this laning phase currently. Is there better news in the middle lane, David?
Well, we're checking out the mid lane. Looks pretty even. It's as I expect. Magnus can't really have a lot of pressure onto Zeus unless we walks down to the river in front of Magnus and he gets screwed into the tower. So GH gonna take the haste and try to kill this Supreme right now.
Supreme and we are kind of going on each
Supreme's
other now,
dead.
but yeah, there's a spirit coming through. Okay, things liven up in the middle lane as Nigma may be able to get themselves a kill. Not entirely sure why the Magnus kind of stuck around there after seeing this Earth Spirit going for the other rune, but just kind of felt like he wanted to trade with Zeus, realizing it'd come off better if it was just the two of them, not really predicting, and now he moves up to the top lane. GH with the rotations onto Milan. They're not going to be able to save him. He is gone. 2 kills chained up with 1 haste rune from GH. That is value right there.
Yeah, he realizes he can't make any plays bottom, goes sort of finds a haste, gets a kill, sees he can cut back top for another kill. I mean, GH's rotations is how Nigma's going to be able to get back into this game. We saw this in yesterday's series as well against OG. This man, he knows the angles. He knows where he needs to be to get those kills for his team.
Radiant are scanning.
He's got his roller skates on and he is skating around from lane to lane, getting as much done as possible. Meanwhile, Aaron, we will dodge. Hard jumps in. He's kind of given his life for this one. Weir's going to be able to bring him down with the Thunder Gods, but Milan comes through. He's going to be able to clean up the mid laner. That is very, very much worth it as I trade Farah for Weeha over by the bounty rune spot.
Supreme's like, well played. Thank you for kicking this out of the lane. Also to mention, we did start with a kill. Maybe that's why he was having a little bit of an edge over the Magnus, getting that free null right away. But I mean, this is what Zeus does, right? He just goes to the lane, he spams the waves out, he gets a bottle, he has a bunch of regen with all his nulls, and he's just playing for XP anyway. You know, he doesn't really win any lanes. He kind of just farms a lot.
Nope. Milan with the deny in the middle lane. Onto that and they're actually going pretty aggressive onto the Zeus. GH is coming in on this one, and they've also
nice kick.
joining the party. Milan is going to get killed off as GH saves Wee, gets him out with the kick, and actually Supreme could be in some trouble. Does have a skewer, has an RP as well. Of course, GH gets around the side, but the arrow connecting from Fada. Can he bring him down? A few more right clicks will be needed from the Mirana. She can't do it. Kuro gets off the frostbite. They will finish the job onto Fada with the right clicks from the CM. 33 here as well, as they have finished off GH. 33 and Supreme got that kill at the very least. It did cost them an RP though, and they don't bring down the big boy. The Zeus is alive.
That looked like Magnus was having a little bit of a tough time. So that arrow, not only, you know, he had a chance to kill Wee, but also sacrificing himself for Supreme. And this is going to allow them to take the tower now too. This is a big tower take from Mudgolems right now.
Yeah, it is.
6 minutes.
Nigma just don't want to move in their Mars to try and defend that one. You know, he's not really got the levels or farm to be able to do anything against these heroes, so they're just going to have to let it go. Mudgolems, can they keep hold of their advantage through the game is now becoming the question, because right now they are feeling very strong in this match.
Damn, I'm really enjoying this Fada Mirana right now. Like, even though he's just a position 5, he's playing like he's a core. Just running around the map and creating some kind of chaos. And Skitter, he's going to be level 6 soon. We're probably going to see a play onto Mind Control. Oh, nice combination.
He gets destroyed. He gets destroyed. Yeah, I mean, just the chain lockdowns into the Thunder Gods. It's too much damage for this Faceless Void to be able to time walk away.
Fada looking to try and remove Catapult bottom. There's a fight top though at the moment. GH is here again.
He is indeed, and Milan is caught out. He's going to get finished off, and now the roll forward from GH doesn't quite connect onto 33. Doing some nice movements here, 33, but GH with the body blocks gets a couple off. 33 will be able to get past him, and that means that the Nature's Prophet will survive and actually drop him down the trees. He's got some more heroes coming in. No, actually cancelling that TP. They don't want to turn this into a fight up in the top lane.
Yeah, he's got 21 charges. Supreme just was trying to TP there. He's only has like, what, 500 HP? Wasn't really going to feel comfortable if he's laning with the Nature's Prophets. He needs to farm and cancel his TP. Oh, Wee though. Is he going to get? Nope, he's good.
Alright, yeah, the shards won't quite connect. Milan, though, trying to make this happen maybe a bit too hard, trying to fight in for the room, but we've able to grab it. A skewer across is very nice, though. Once again, the kick away. GH tries to get up the high ground. It's not enough to save the Zeus, but it is enough to save him. They'll get themselves away on the Earth Spirit, but they still lose the Zeus.
He needs to be way more careful than this. I know he wants to go for the rune, but if it's just an illusion, maybe it's just better to just give it away. There's so much global presence for that Nature's Prophet. Magnus had like what, 1 second left on the RP, so you had to have known like that RP was up or was about to be up anyway.
And gotta say, you know, Miracle, even though he had a horrible first 4 minutes of the game, like one of the worst we've seen in the tournament so far, he's fine now. Like he is genuinely absolutely fine.
Yeah, I'm very surprised. I mean,
roll in onto Milan, controlling Miracle coming in as well. He gets off the snowball onto Kuro in time, but there's no one coming to save him. They are leaving Milan for dead. Nice little shots coming out, one being popped as well. Supreme comes forward, the turnaround kill is actually going to happen. Now Supreme really wants to get in and find himself an RP onto someone here. Sees GH, might be forced to pop it. Skewer come through, Miracle jumping on top of 33, trying to bring him down. He can't get off the RP because the Miracle actually brings him down with the Mana Void onto the Nature's Prophet. That was beautiful from Miracle. He gets himself a double kill, and now he is top of the net worth charts. How does he do it every single time?
The 2 kills he got onto the Tusk, that kind of helped him a lot, and because Tusk has been roaming around, Anti-Mage has been able to pretty much fight 2v1 against the Nature's Prophet, so that kind of helped him out. I'm only imagining like what it could have been if Nigma had complete free farm on minute 1, right? Because they weren't going to pressure him up had he not needed to TP into the lane and lost all his HP. Miracle, he is so strong right now. It was really awkward engagement from Mudgolems too, because the Faces Boy did TP bottom with his Chrono and Mask of Madness, so he couldn't really join up with his team onto the top play.
Yeah, it's a little bit awkward. Not quite bringing the numbers to these engagements here for the Mudgolems, and that's really what cost them what was a huge early game advantage is now pretty much even. Nigma played it beautifully.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And the whole time Wee's just kind of been farming creeps. You know, he's been getting involved in the engagements a little bit, but mostly he's just been hitting these creeps, hitting the jungle creeps, pushing out the mid lane. He's having a fine old time.
Definitely, and he had a insane amount of impact in that top engagement. His arc lightning was just hitting everything.
Yeah.
This spell is not a joke. It's 150 damage on a 1.6 second cooldown. Just kept spamming that. That's how Mudgolems just kind of got withered away.
Certainly is. They're feeling the wrath of the Zeus currently. Now, Mudgolems, how do you want to see them playing right now? Do you want to see them making moves with Chrono Sphere?
Like this. No, what they're doing right now is exactly what they should have been doing. They got this mid tower up at 6 minutes. They got the Faces Void with the Mask of Madness. He's got the Chrono. They just need to be taking away the creep camps of Nigma. And this is what they're doing by going into the triangle. So Anti-Mage is going to feel a little bit awkward for the time being, since he doesn't have his Battle Fury yet. As long as they do this, eventually Nigma are going to probably run into Mudgolems, and they should be able to get some kills off of that. They see Miracle right now. They want him, but there's a ward.
Yeah, very hard hero to bring down. Meanwhile, I do want to just point out that Nigma actually went for a smoke gank up to the top lane, but some great positioning from Fada on this high ground actually allowed her to pop the CM smoke. She just jumped herself away, keeping herself safe, but that allowed her to sell 33, you know. So get out of top lane, buddy. Go down to the bottom lane. It's safer for you there. And that completely diffused Nigma's rotation. And now it's rotation time for Mudgolems. They're going to go with Skitter, Milan, and Supreme, the old 3-man smoke, like we're very used to seeing, as one shows on map down at bottom.
Well, this is more like a 4-man smoke, right? Because you have 33 who can just teleport into the fight, and of nature as well. So they're just like letting Fada pretty much show around on some vision. So they think like Mudgolems are playing near Fada, but in reality they're already top. Nice smoke break from GH there.
Yep. Even steals the rune in the process and just rolls himself away the moment he sees someone. The snowball's not able to connect. Meanwhile,
so much space right now for Miracle because of all this that's happening. Mudgolems have not been able to get a kill for like the last, what, 3 minutes now, even though they've been looking for a fight.
I mean, I imagine Supreme's going to start to come alive when he gets his Blink Dagger. He's only 200 gold away, so should have it very shortly. And that's really when I want to see this side of Mudgolems go for a play. Makes...
That's the thing. I'm not so sure Blink is the best choice for Supreme. Can't help but feel like you should just, yeah. Just go the Echo Saber, allow yourself to top skitter first. Nice arrow.
Yeah,
is it enough?
Aaron's going to control him up. Is it enough to keep him alive, though? He turns around, tries to go for the chrono, but he's going to get killed off by Kuro with the freezing field. They just about get enough to finish the job. Oh, Skitter, I can't help but feel he could have gotten a time walk off there, but nevertheless, 33, he's going to get speared up straight away. Kuro and Michael, they're looking for some revenge here on Mudgolems. They are just not going to find it.
He cannot get the time walk off because of the frostbite. That was on top of him, but if he chronoed, he might have actually been able to live.
There you go then. Kuro, meanwhile, in some trouble, being beaten down by Supreme. GH trying to find the angle. Of course he finds it, but Supreme blinks ahead, tries to get on top of him. The Shark's going to come out, maybe help out, but actually forces Supreme to have to RP him. They're still not doing enough damage. Spear's going to come through as well. GH finally will fall, though. It costs them a lot, but they bring down the Earth Spirit. But still, it's only 2 support kills for the side of Mudgolems, and when Miracle's just kind of farming up, he's nearly hitting this Battle Fury timing. You kind of need to be getting a bit more than that.
Like a good bobble.
Well, Nomad, you know what the anti-mage game is like, right? For a lot of these professional players, they understand that when the enemy gets a battle fury on the anti-mage, that's actually the biggest, weakest point. Oh,
and they get on top of him. 3 heroes surrounding. He's gone. Tries to go for the TP away. It's admirable, but not nearly enough to get him out of there. Nice rotation in from Mudgolems. Gets them the kill onto the Zeus.
So you would think that this anti-mage, you know, it's like a clock or something that you're on and got battle fury, he's gonna farm fast, but in reality, Nigma can't really fight with this anti-mage. So all these engagements are just gonna be like 4 versus 5. And Mudgolems are gonna take full advantage of that.
Bye-bye Milan in the middle lane, just gets kind of comboed up by a bunch of Nigma heroes, come swarming in on him and get a revenge kill onto the Tusk. Even looking for more here. I mean, they do have an arena. Mind control definitely wants to think about throwing it down, but he's just going to grab that bounty nice and safely. Sees the stack, but I'm not sure they're going to do much about it.
I don't feel so good without the Tusk being alive. That tag team has been a big source of damage from Mudgolem. But Nigma right now, they just need to, you know, survive for the next 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, anti-mage will already have Manta style. That's when Nigma want to like be fighting 5v5 if ever they want to fight 5v5. Mudgolems, like this 5 minutes, that's their window to actually play aggressively. If they don't, then I think they're just going to be kind of giving away their timing.
Mind control, jumping onto Fada up in the top lane. Goodbye, Mirana. Another kill going away off Nigma. Again, just sniping off these supports, and these kills, they might not seem like much, but to be honest, it is making a lot of space for the anti-mage. It's causing Mudgolems to not be as fired, and because of this, they're just not really making the plays. I mean, this Faceless Void hasn't even landed a chrono yet, I don't think. Like, has he used one? I'm fairly sure he hasn't.
I don't think so either. I think he really hasn't found the opportunity to do so. Like you said, every time someone's dead, Mudgolems is like, okay, just wait for this hero to be alive. And then before that hero's alive, someone else dies. And you're like, oh, let's wait for this hero to be alive. And all of a sudden, anti-mage has like, what, 2 minutes of complete free farm.
Yeah.
Just creating these small pickups. What Mudgolems need to do is just group up as 5, control some area. You can even threaten Roshan if you want to, and make Nigma come out and try to fight you.
Meanwhile, let's see Weeha. Supreme's going to run in. No hesitation on that RP, getting on top of the Zeus, and they'll be able to bring him down together. They have more than enough damage between Milan and Supreme. A nice little kill onto the Zeus at mid.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Something, but if this does not lead into more fights from Nigma or, you know, tower takes, I'm not so sure it really matters. Miracle, there's no pressure really on him right now, or on the rest of his team.
There's not. I mean, that said though, there is a Magnus and a Faceless Void on the enemy team, so they're farming very quickly as well. That's why we're not seeing Miracle really pull ahead particularly. He will be able to farm faster than them, but those two are going to be hot on his heels. If Miracle does make any missteps, then he is going to get out of farm.
Radiant's top tower.
Kidder also went for the Midas this game. I like this a lot, that he goes for the Midas here. Because you know Nigma isn't really going to fight into you. He really has no threat of dying for the time being. Wants that attack speed. Pretty good building, killing off anti-mage if he ever catches him by himself.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Plan, that's a dream to catch Miracle by himself, but he's not going to make that easy at all. His game sense is too good. Won't be farming in anywhere where he can get caught out too easily.
Here we go,
Pressure
a
coming
tower
in
take.
the bottom lane. Yeah, they're starting to make some movements in, put some pressure.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle
NP.
tower
Oh,
is
33.
under
Also
attack.
going for a Solar Crest now after the Glimmer Cape. I love this item build. A really good item against anti-mage as well. Removing his armor.
Out onto 33. He's okay though. Just back himself away. Meanwhile, they're actually going to be able to connect with his snowball onto GH. They're going to try and bring him down. Chrono Spear comes down as well, but the spear immediately connecting onto the face of the boy. He drops a Chrono and dies instantly. Skidder and Milan both taken out of the engagement. GH has dropped for this, but I mean, more than worth it. And now Supreme on the run from Miracle, who has a double damage, trying to hide, gets a blink away. Nice jukes from Supreme to get him out of this one. But Fada might not be so lucky if Miracle can find it, but doesn't look like he can. The nighttime vision favors Emerana. She gets away. Meanwhile, 33 might not quite be so lucky as he gets cornered by the Zeus and by mind control. The Mars and the Zeus will bring him down, making it a very, very nice trade for Nigma. And that was the Chrono fight as well. They had RP, they had Blink, they had everything they could have wanted, and it just didn't go their way.
I hate to say this, Nomad, but that was a pretty bad Chrono. You're throwing it onto a Crystal Maiden and possibly the Earth Spirit. He actually missed the Earth Spirit there, but you want to save that spell for the Zeus. Right? Like you want to be waiting for the Zeus to show himself where he bolts or lightning, then you get him, or maybe even a Mars, like a core kill. But he got a bit too anxious because he hasn't been able to use it the whole game.
Adios Milan, although Kuro's getting pretty low here. They will be able to kill them off without too much difficulty though. So. Yeah, that was one of those fights where you kind of really needed to win that one on Mudgolems.
I mean, you had all your heroes there. It was just a bad usage of their spells, I feel like. And Nigma, even Miracle, he doesn't have Mantis, but he's like, wait, hold on. Anti just used Chrono, and he didn't kill any of my cores. This is like the perfect. Sorry, Void used Chrono. He didn't kill any of my cores. Like, time to go in. Let's go. Let's take this fight. 4 versus 5. I don't mind. No Manta, no problem.
Okay. Mind control doesn't pop the dust there. Gotta be tempted to, but doesn't. Meanwhile, an RP coming down onto the Zeus and also the Kuro as well. Very nice pick off here, but unfortunately Skinner jumps in, immediately gets silenced up and beaten down. Oh no, the Faceless Void falls once again. Supreme desperately trying to kill Wee. Milan's going to come in, finish the job. Will give his life for this one though, and it's going to be a 2-for-3 trade in the end for the team Enigma. Once more, they make a very, very profitable trade, taking down both the big cores on the side of Mudgolems and losing their Zeus and their CM. Oh no. I mean, it was a nice pick from the Magnus, but unfortunately his team just wasn't there to really follow up on that one, and they end up making a very awkward trade.
If the Tusk didn't just go in there for the suicide kill onto the Zeus, that would have looked really, really bad. They at least managed to get the Zeus up, but losing your position 1 and 2. And this Void's farm has pretty much just halted right there. He's been at that net worth for like, what, a couple minutes now. And the anti-mage has really overtaken him. It's Manta time. He's going for a Halberd possibly next on anti-mage 2. Like, this is where Miracle is going to kick in. The time where Mudgolems were stronger than Nigma, they did not get enough out of the map.
Trying to jump in with a spear there. Doesn't quite land it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And Micah Joe's been having an absolute stonker of a game on this Mars, by the way. Like, he was the one who made that Chrono Spear extra awful by landing that spear the moment the Void jumps in. He gets speared up. Yeah. His Chrono is just completely useless in that earlier engagement.
Exactly. I mean, that Chrono should have never came out there. That's pretty much the base. Like, the moment it came out, I'm like, oh no, this is not gonna look good for Mudgolems. And on top of that, he actually did use the time walk in, right? Like, when you play Void, you need to time walk in when you're getting the hero who can actually kill you as well, or do a lot of damage to you. But he didn't do it. That's where the Mars and the Zeus come in and just kind of destroyed him.
Golem's kind of just chilling on the top side of the map. Seems like they were considering Roshan, and Nigma certainly thought they were up to something because they scanned the Roche pit, but it doesn't come up red, so they know nothing's going on, but they are smoking themselves across. Greenlight Shadow comes out from the side of Mudgolems as well. They're going to pop Miracle Smoke. Miracle. He's just going to jump himself away. The Thunder God's going to give them that vision, and they will know exactly where these enemy heroes are.
That was a pretty good call on Nigma to, Miracle to just get out of there, even though he was thinking about doing something. If he got Yuled up by the Mirana, then arrowed, it could have been interesting for Mudgolems to just commit to that fight. If they can somehow catch Miracle first, that's really good for them.
Yeah, that huge, but hero.
And the player as well, right? He's one of the most elusive carries.
Yes, quite a slippery fellow. Precocious little scamp, this Miracle fellow. So right now, it does feel like Mudgolems have kind of hit a wall. You know, they have their ultimates up and they're not going for a play. That's when you know things are looking pretty bad for a team. If they've got RP and Chrono up and they're still not really comfortable enough to go make some engagements happen, then, well, you know, there's been problems. And that's because the last player they made, it got scouted out, and now Miracle's pushing bottom, and they're a little bit slow to respond with the aggression on top. And yeah, this team's just really kind of not offering much at the moment. Movements up top. Uh-oh, they managed to catch out Fada. Fada trying to get herself away. Does have herself a leap. Not going to throw it down, though. Just kind of accepts her fate instead. Well, they lose one. Nigma rotate everybody up to the top lane. Kind of something. Oh. Smoke up from the side of Mudgolems. This is interesting. They're trying to fight without their Mirana. Nigma also smoking into them currently. They see Miracle farming. If they can blow him up quickly enough, this might not be bad. The Chrono Sphere gets dropped down, but Milan is inside it. He did get up the tag team in time. Skinner with the BKB, just trying to bring him down. RP onto 3. That is pretty damn tasty. Can they finish the job, though? They're trying to fight through them. Supreme so low, he's going to lose his life. Skinner has to back himself away despite the RP coming out, and it was pretty damn good. It's still not enough to turn the tables onto Nigma. They do bring down the anti-mage, though. Thundergod's Wrath going to finish off 33. Meanwhile, they'll punch up the Crystal Maiden and get the return kill on Mudgolems onto that CM. We just going up to the high ground, mind control running the other way. Who do they want? They want to try and go for this Zeus, but this Zeus is pretty damn speedy with these boots of travel. I don't think they've got the movement to get on top of him and bring him down. Arrow not gonna land here. We will escape, but they're still going. They're using the Moonlight Shadow to try and run this guy down all the way across the map. So damn.
Well, he's gonna run into them. No,
he's run into everybody. Weehaw takes the wrong turning, and he's gonna get finished off by Mudgolems. All right, they find themselves a fight. They managed to actually do it. I mean, it took a decent Chrono onto the AM. I mean, just dropped with a Chrono onto the AM. It wasn't decent. It was just an AM. But then the amazing RP to follow up as well. But they do manage to take a fight.
Yeah, that's what we were looking at, right? Like, they got to get the start of the fight onto Miracle. So even if he does get the Mantov, he's only going to be low HP. He has a blink out. Then they can just take the fight 5 versus 4. But that was a perfect Magnus RP right after the Chrono. You could have had a better play there.
Roche being attempted. Yash is going to run straight into the pit. Miracle going to join him as well. The Mana Void doing so much damage. They're going to get a couple of heroes inside this snowball just to try and get them out. And by a couple, I mean pretty much everybody. And now they jump on top of DH, but they've leaped themselves out of the pit. Nigma now coming into the engagement, looking for some kills. Mind control. They're going to have to control him up here. And Fada's going to do exactly that with the yields and stop him jumping forwards and getting off that arena. But I feel like Milan's days on this earth may well be numbered. He's going to go for the snowball across onto the creep. That's going to get him not out of danger, unfortunately. It is still going to get finished off here. Chronosphere still not available for another 45 seconds, so Nigma will just be able to continue the pressure up here in the top lane.
We're going to have an RP soon.
Yeah.
We'll have an RP soon. Really good call from Nigma, though. They're like, guys, Chrono's down, Mag RP's down. What are we afraid of, even if there's 5 heroes in the pit? It just goes in like a madman. Anti-mage blinks in, burns the mana, gets a massive mana void. I mean, this team just really understands like what spells are available and if he is able to die or not.
Tried to make a play onto the Zeus, but Zeus had the illusion rune to dodge the Yule's arrow combo. But meanwhile, Miracle, he's inside Roche and he's nearly finished it. They need to do something about this, but unfortunately, Mudgolems are just not in the neighborhood. They didn't really have an idea of going for this Roche. So, yeah, oh dear.
Husk being dead. He did buy back in the last fight.
Supreme in some trouble up here in the top lane. Blink across to the tree lines. I like this play, and it is going to pay off. Ooh, that was close. He underblinks there deliberately to try and dodge the Zeus's lightning bolt, which the lightning bolt was a little bit late anyway, but still really nicely done from Supreme.
Mind Control also got Fada bottom with the arena. Caught him out. That was happening.
Alrighty, well, the difference between these carries is about 3k currently, so if Miracle has that basher, that's... Okay, Milan making some unfortunate mistakes.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So it looks like Miracle went for just a casual Sange, extra HP. And now just going for the Abyssal Blade. He needs that Abyssal against the Faceless Void. And what Skitter's gonna look to do is get that Butterfly before that Abyssal comes out. Because Because if he can get that butterfly, even if AM goes on top of him, he might be able to dodge enough hits and still have enough mana to drop the chrono right afterwards.
Time walk off the initial damage as well could be really nice. So yeah, Skiller doing everything he can to just survive in the vacuum against the anti-mage. Meanwhile, this Magnus, he's going for the BKB next. Still feeling pretty poor for a mid Magnus, but that's kind of made up by the fact that 33 has himself an AC. So
he's gigantic on 33.
Oh, Miracle. Get down, Mr. President. Jumps on top of the arrow to save his support and actually get able to turn this into a kill onto Fada here. It looks like the Nimbus will finish the job. Fada's going to go down. Very nice little play from Nigma. And now, well, they're looking in towards the mag, but this might not be going the way they thought. But they're going to drop down the BKB in the arena on the Mars. They're going to come through. He's got himself the Chronosphere if he wants to use it, but the RP comes onto the AM. Skinner just can't make up his mind on what he wants. He wants the Chrono here. He's just pump faking it through the entire engagement. His indecision means no Chrono today. The mag dies for nothing and drops the RP and gets nothing for it. Did you want to see a Chrono there?
I don't think... I think he just needs to hit the anti-mage. He doesn't need to cast the chrono. He already popped the BKB. He's got like 9 seconds or 8 seconds. Just hit the AM, right? He was thinking about dropping the chrono, but he knows that anti-mage has an Aegis. If he drops the chrono, then when the AM's alive, they're just gonna go straight into the high ground. So he didn't want to drop the chrono, but you can still man up. You have plenty of damage with the items that you have. Maybe he could have just tried to kill the AM off without popping the chrono, and next time you can try to chrono him. Yeah, very indecisive in that moment. I think he's feeling very pressured in this game with how things are playing it out.
I'm gonna drop it. No. And now we have Milan dying in the middle lane. Unfortunately, is having some problems with this Nimbus. Self-killed off. I mean, still an astronomical lead from the side of Nigma. 7k gold advantage. Most of that is on their AM. As expected.
They see him though. Marana, peace out.
I don't know. They're not really following up. They have got a Nimbus in 14 seconds, so yeah, Fada should be okay. I'm gonna say she's fine. I might be lying to you guys though. Oh, they see him. Oh no! They connect. Oh geez, she's been thrown around like a ragdoll. This is brutal. It's like lions playing with a cub. Ouch. Well, there we go.
Tossed around.
Butterfly blade out onto Supreme in the middle lane. He's just gonna get completely eliminated by Weeha, and Miracle completely destroyed on this Magnus. Dares to show himself, and that's the Abyssal Blade debuted by Miracle.
Really rough out here from Magnus. Mr. Supreme. This is looking more and more like a off-lane Magnus at the moment.
It is
just 10k gold 30 minutes in. Yeah, I mean, normally you would like to see your mid-mag just being gigantic, right? Because he's constantly farming ancients early on in the game. But we didn't really see him focus on that.
Oh, Milan, sweet little Milan. He's going to get silenced up and falls down once again. The Nimbus comes down on top of him, and Miracle's going to claim another kill. Just wanted some creeps. Just wanted to do something to this creep wave, but unfortunately, Nigma say no, and they get the kill onto that Tusk, and this might even be an invitation for them to go high ground with the Aegis.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And there you go. Miracle with his double damage, with this Abyssal Blade, with his Aegis for another 13 seconds. They are feeling more than confident.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
2 heroes dead. Completely outnumbered on the side of Mudgolems. They're gonna let this Rax fall.
Radiant's middle down.
Arrow dodge. Miracle.
Oh, what did you
Miracle? Okay, Aegis is running out. RP comes down onto 2. That's not bad. Now, can they follow up? The arena comes down, but Skinner's on top of them with the Chronosphere. Do they have the damage to get through this anti-mage? I think they bloody well do. He's gone, but they get trade Supreme for it. But Kura and Miracle will both fall. Nigma now just need to leave. They have lost their big carry player. Can they get any more? It's a question on the side of Mudgolems, and the answer seems to be so far no. But the yours comes down onto the Spirit, mind control, threatening with the spear, just chasing them back a little bit. The snowball is not going to connect as Milan just running forward. They want the big target. They get on top of him. They rinse him. And now GH rolls into the engagement, pops and magnetize, just trying to get one return kill onto Milan, but that's not going to happen. Now they move across, looking for mind control as well as he's on the run. He's got a blink dagger available in 1 second. They get the end on top of him. Nicely done from Milan. Snowball coming through as well. He's got that BKB though. This could be Milan in some trouble. Can they get the bash hitter? Oh, first hit bash, baby. There it is. Get him. And now, well, this Mars, unfortunately, is very, 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 very dead. Mind Control is going to lose his life, and a big old punch to the face to finish the job from Milan, and that is going to be a full 5-man team wipe. Even though the Crystal Maiden has respawned by now, I can promise you it was indeed a full 5-man team wipe. Crystal Maiden with a Crimson Guard, which I've only just noticed, by the way. But let's talk about the last fight for a minute, because how did they well, we know how they do it, but I want to hear it from you.
I just want to ask you, bro, Kuro might be just dead here. Oh yeah, he's super dead.
No, dude, he's tanky. Crimson Guard.
He's pretty tanky. This is problem though.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you notice how Miracle was about to blink out, then he canceled, then he just stood there for a second and let himself get Yuled? Right? Like, that's how it all started. I don't know why Miracle did that. I don't know if he was being cocky or something, but like, if he just blinked out, none of that would have occurred, right? They would have got a free Rax, they would have backed off, they would have just reset, but instead, he got himself Yuled, RP came, screwed into the tower, Chrono came, I think Skitter even messed up his like time walk a little bit, but they just had enough damage, right? You got the Solar Crest on the NP to throw it out to the Void. Void has a Butterfly, he does an insane amount of damage. And once AM is dead, like, Nigma is not strong anymore. It's that point in the game where anti-mage is pretty much everything for. So he cannot afford to be the first one caught out, and he cannot afford to die, actually. Like, if it's okay if they go on one of his teammates and he finds the angle to jump someone in the backline, but they cannot. Nigma cannot allow Miracle to be the first one jump.
Radiant are scanning.
Well, that's really weird. I don't know why he stopped there. Like, he literally just froze for like a second. Like, he canceled his blink animation and he just stood there.
Yeah, possibly trying to bait something. Who knows? Thunder Gods comes down as Mind Control jumps forwards, but immediately they're going to swarm on top of Milan, who blinked into this engagement. He's going to lose his life. GH trying to cause some problems in the backline. Supreme pops a BKB, tries to bring down the Earth Spirit, won't be able to do so. And now, well, it's looking a little bit awkward for the side of Mudgolems. They need to get themselves away from this one because they're currently outnumbered. They're going to jump in, drop the Chronosphere onto the illusion. They get completely baited. Skitter, no. They get the Crystal Maiden. Oh, the first hit bash. Or maybe no, it's actually just a bash. And they're going to attempt to take down Skitter. What a goddamn bait from the anti-mage, using the Manta illusion in style to bait out the Chronosphere. I mean, that could just be... No, it's not game just yet. They still got another chance, Mudgolems, but man, that is so brutal.
Yeah, they're hunting 33 right now, and the lanes are getting pushed out too. Oh, rip 33. Is he? No, they don't have anything to stop him. Okay.
It's alright. It's alright.
That was on cooldown as BKB. So that last fight, the first point of contact was mind control, right? So they weren't able to get onto Miracle. Milan blinked past mind control to go to Miracle, but he just got blown up right away with the help of the Zeus and the anti-mage. Next time, Mudgolems, like, they gotta find the right angle to catch Miracle. And if they see mind control, they might have to just ignore him first.
So even though they've got RP, Nigma are going to be able to take this for free because they just cancelled his TP out in the bottom lane. Supreme just tried to push the wave, went into the trees to TP away, and then they sniped him with the Nimbus, so he can't actually come and do anything about this Roche. So Nigma are going to be able to take it for free. Not that they would have been able to contest anyway with Faceless Void.
They need the Void. Damage. Stunlocks. Miracle with an Aegis. This is exactly what he needed.
Radiant's middle tower.
Do you feel like they could have just played the top and the mid side of the map and just waited for Aegis on the side of Mudgolems? So taking that away from Miracle seems like the best thing that Mudgolems could game instead of actually trying to make a play.
I'm not sure if Nigma would have just come at them though the moment that Roshan was up anyway. Like maybe Mudgolems didn't have the confidence to win a Roche fight without their Chrono.
Because if Nigma come at you, then that way you have a chance to kill the anti-mage, right? He won't be just split pushing. All right.
Yeah, maybe it was a little bit ambitious to go into the enemy triangle and try and force the play too hard. That didn't work out for them, but they're actually going for the two-man support gank in the bottom lane. This might be successful. We've got damage coming down onto him. Can they do the jump? Yes, they can. Oh man, Fatter and Milan, the two-man support plays. I don't really care if they die here. This is feeling good. Milan, he's going to run into the enemy fountain for safety. Unfortunately, it takes no mercy. They will get the 2 return kills. Meanwhile, yeah, Kuro's probably in some trouble here. The little Crystal Maiden trying to run herself away. Come on, pop the Crimson Guard. Yeah, turn around, Kuro. They have to run away.
It actually works.
Dude, Crystal Maiden.
That's crazy.
It's too chunky.
Crimson Guard. Yeah. Normally, you would think that hero's just dead if a position 2 mag and a position 1 void is on top of you, but That Crimson actually managed to keep him alive. And Supreme now.
TP away, but is there an anti-mage coming in? He's making his way over, but he doesn't have the blink, so there won't be an Abyssal Blade today. Still, though, BKB used.
So 30 seconds more. 20 on the Mudgolems. This is just buying time for the Aegis. Like you said, it was a really worth kill. 2 supports for the Zeus. Forced Nigma all the way back to their side of the map, and Aegis time is taken away. Only 3 minutes left now. I want to say the later this game goes, I think Mudgolems are a little bit favored. Anti-Mage is soon to be 6 slotted, and then after that he can't really get anything more, right? So, and Void has a lot of room to grow. 33 just picked up a Nullifier. That's a pretty big item too.
Why is Skidder got a little
against the Zeus? For the Abyssal Blade? Because he thinks the way that he's gonna lose the fight or not be able to battle is if he gets all his mana burned, right?
True.
Anti-Mage has to find him first.
Yeah, and I guess if the Zeus is close enough to cancel the Lincolns, then he's close enough to get Chronos. So. Alright. I don't hate it. Does feel like a big investment for something quite minor, but we'll see if it works out in the next engagement.
Maybe a Scotty could have been interesting as well, but I think the Lincoln's alright. It just feels awkward because it's kind of like a medium item.
It is.
And we're like in a pretty super late game situation at the moment.
Yeah. And buying Skadi into a team without any heals never feels like a value. Meanwhile, Nigma gonna start knocking on the high ground, going for this tier 3. Miracle just chomping away at it. He's got himself a Solar Crest, he's got himself an Aegis, he's got himself a Skadi and a Leveler. So these buildings are gonna fall very quickly unless Mudgolems can do something about it. They do not want to chrono this anti-mage. He has an Aegis. They want to try and find someone on the back line. Right now, Miracle's really just getting away with smashing away at these barracks. Moonlight Shadow comes out. They go for the wraparound. Can they go for the wraparound? I don't think they can. I think they're just going to have to lose their barracks. They're just going to have to watch Miracle taking their buildings. And there's something they can do about it.
Oh, that's gonna feel bad. I feel they could have done something like screwing the anti-mage into the tower, into like a punch or something. Try to force Nigma's backline to go in and try to help Miracle out, even though he has an Aegis. And then you kind of chrono the backline with like a smoke, but Mudgolems just all together and just fight for the last racks instead.
Really bringing it
I imagine that's what like OG or something would have done, you know?
Yeah.
They would have tried to defend that rack. They would have taken any opportunities, like think of something creative. Get the right team fight. But Mudgolems playing it very safe for sure right now. Gonna be done though, the Roshan, or sorry, the Aegis, 20 seconds.
Oh, hold on. Mudgolem's looking for an engagement. The smoke's going to get popped. Milan just wants to blink himself away. He's not really interested in this, and GH is going to run into everybody, reveal all these smokes. The Thunder Gods comes down. Uh-oh, they're scared now. Mudgolem's trying to run away. They didn't want to be seen doing this, and it looks like Magnus is probably going to get picked up unless he pops the BKB and runs himself out. They actually drop the Nullified down onto the Spirit, trying to bring him down. They will be able to kill off GH at the very least, but Mudgolems, they pop 2 BKBs for this one. Meanwhile, Nigma are actually backing themselves away. They're not really going for this. They're very hard, as once again the illusion bait works out pretty well, baiting out the snowball. Kuro's gonna get caught by a little ice shard coming, but all things considered, Mudgolems are doing better out of this than I thought they would. I had to buy back on faster. With these ultimates, Nigma are showing them a lot of respect.
They gotta go back. The top wave is pushing in. I mean, NP can do it, but I think Nigma have an opportunity to smoke and go top and catch 33 while he tries to defend. Watch. Here we go. 5 seconds.
33. Your days are numbered. Everybody channel your telekinetic energy to 33.
2,
Tell him, get out of here. He doesn't realize the danger he's in. Oh no, 33 gets dropped like a rock. You just can't see plays like that coming, unfortunately. Blimey. Well predicted, but unfortunately that is your Nature's Prophet going down for a rather long time. However, the Aegis has now gone on the Miracle, so...
Honestly, the play the play there, like when they walk into the high ground, if they somehow understood like how Nigma think and the moves like they like to do, they could have baited that NP there. That would have been big time. If when he gets jumped by the anti-mage, you drop a chrono on top and you just try to kill him out.
Could have been pretty sick as the Abyssal Blade comes down onto this Mirana. He's in trouble, but they're going to be able to turn around with the Chrono Spear.
No damage.
It is doing nothing. RP comes through though onto the 2. Surely they can get through.
No damage.
They don't seem to have enough to rip through this anti-mage's defenses. They move across towards Kuro. That's a slightly easier target, but she's still pretty damn tanky. They will finish the job, and now Skater starting to lose HP. Time Walk across though onto Miracle. He's going to pop the cheese though, try and turn it around onto the Faceless Void, but Miracle's not exactly taking heroes down at any kind of rate either. Supreme is going to be the victim. He's going to get popped. Has himself a buyback if they want to keep this fight going, but it doesn't look like they do. Mudgolems retreat to their high ground, and they're going to try and play it out. Unfortunately, they don't have their ultimate now, so Nigma are going to feel very, very inclined to come up this high ground and start bashing away at this tier 3 tower. And this is their final lane of barracks. Mudgolems do not have any more options left. They have to make this defense happen. Magnus is going to buy back right now. Nigma, are they going to respect it, or are they going to keep on fighting? Well, they're going to see what happens. Abyssal Blade across onto the Nature's Prophet. 33 in some trouble, dropping down the map on the top of him. 33 needs to get himself away. He's not going to be able to do so with the Spirit Vessel on top of him. Miracle will finish the job. He's going pretty deep for this one, but does he really care? Skin with the BKB gets on top of Miracle. Miracle's just taking chunks out of the Magnus, and in comes the arena from Mind Control. He's pretty low. Does he care? Skinner controlled up and brought down. He is gone. Everybody dead on the side of Mudgolems, except for Fada, who now gets beaten out of the fountain, and that is going to be everybody dead on their team. Nigma, they take game number 1. They did fight admirably on Mudgolems. Gotta be said, it was a good performance from them. It is actually giving me hope that this team can actually bring something to the second game, because this team has been a little bit shaky recently. Yeah.
It's very... Yeah. But from what I know, like cold water is not good for your throat.
5 seconds remaining.
Stingers...
Yeah, anyway, let's go.
Stingers avoid cold water.
Dire team ban.
Hello and welcome back to the OGA Dota Pit. My name is Nomad. Joining me is 1437 as we jump into game number 2 of Nigma versus Mudgolems here in the lower bracket. These teams facing elimination and Mudgolems now trailing by 1 game. They need a comeback. Can this team do it based on their last performance?
You want me to give you the real answer or an optimistic answer?
Let's keep it optimistic. You know, I don't want to bring up
Keep it
real feelings
optimistic.
just now.
Okay. All right. Well, Mudgolems, they're gonna need to outdraft Nigma heavily, but if they can do that, then we're gonna see a game 3.
All right. Okay, yeah, I love
That's what I'm gonna give you. I mean, listen, for me, you know, casting, co-casting, or like analyzing, I like to keep it real, right? If I see good stuff, I say the good stuff. If I see bad stuff, you know, I'm gonna mention it because at the end of the day, like, people want to hear the truth, right? That's what matters.
Appreciate it.
So, you know, but if you tell me to be optimistic, I'll be optimistic with you, no man.
Cool, thanks, man.
10
Thanks. Yeah.
seconds
I'm saying that Mudgolems are improving. You know, I think
5
if you want to
seconds
plot their
remaining.
performance on a graph, then it was like, you know, they started out, they were looking pretty good, like they were looking really good actually, and
Yeah,
then they kind of just
really good.
shot up in a really impressive amount of time and became like one of the
Then.
top contending teams.
Here we go.
And then they kind of just
I just have to cut you off
a
there,
little bit, but now they're coming back. Yeah, sure, go.
because I wonder if Nigma's gonna steal the Sven. This is like the biggest thing that we
10
always
seconds
count on as soon as we see the Omni Knight, right? Sven,
They're
is
gonna
it
take
coming
PA.
here? Are they gonna steal it?
5
If they take
seconds
PA,
remaining.
then we will probably still see a Mudgolem Sven, right? Like, I don't expect Mudgolems not to pick Sven if like it's left for them, because it's one of their key strategies. Anyway, what you were saying, yeah, how they were, you know, climbing and they were the first team to beat Secret, right?
Yeah, it was pretty sick. And then they kind of I don't know, after their really big performance, you know, I think it was down to some personal issues. I'm not too sure. There was a bit on Twitter about it, and they seem
Yep.
to really kind of
Fodder.
fall flat. But now it looks like they're really kind of opening up again, and they're coming back
10
with a
seconds
vengeance. And I'm hoping that you know, we maybe not quite there yet, definitely not
5
up to previous
seconds
form just
remaining.
yet. But we're seeing shinings of that old team, which I feel like we haven't seen for a little while now, from the last few weeks, and definitely throughout Epic League Golems. So yeah, fingers crossed, we can see some big games coming out from.
Got Nigma with the Death Prophet pickup. So this hero we saw yesterday having a lot of impact against Omni Knight. You just go the Siphon and just go on the target who gets
Radiant team ban.
Guardian Angel, sorry, Heavenly Graced, and he does a lot of damage. Whoa, TB. See, that is a good hero against Death Prophet, that's for sure. You get the meta, you get the illusions. Death Prophet is a hero when she pops Exo, she needs to run into you. TB's strength is fighting against heroes who run into you,
10
right? But you gotta get
seconds
some items first. That being said, if this Death Prophet goes offlane like yesterday
5
when we
seconds
played it, like he played offlane DP or something, like it's gonna be a hard lane for the Terrorblade.
Dire team
And
ban.
TB is not like a tier 1 carry either anymore. He has a lot of weaknesses in his game. So I really didn't like this TB pickup. I think Sven would have been better still, because it's just solid. It gets buffed up with the damage as well from the Heavenly Grace. You're gonna have a lot more impact in the early game. But so far right now, I'm really enjoying Nigma's opening. This is a really good answer to the Omni Knight. You have 2 silences as well. Omni hates playing against this.
10 seconds remaining.
So yeah, I mean,
5 seconds
I don't
remaining.
know, I feel like, so what you're looking for now from Nigma is magic damage, right? I'm almost feeling like they should maybe push this DP to the off lane and get themselves like something at mid which can for that match.
I do like the DP alpha in this game. Either we or Mind Control play. I mean, Nigma's one of the teams. They were even one of the first teams who like swapped around all the roles. Like Mind Control, we seen them play mid before, Bat Riders and stuff like that. So it's possible. They will definitely flex this Death Prophet till the very end. What happens? One thing I'm surprised about is Nigma did not snap pick up that like bench for, right? Mudgolems, they got second pick. They had to ban Io and the Void out. They know these heroes are probably against them. And Nigma just like not wanting to fall for that trap that Mudgolems might be setting up by not banning the Venge out and just going with their own thing with the Earth Spirit DP.
Mage banned out once again, not wanting to come up against the Miracle Anti-Mage 2 games in a row. I mean, what carries have a good matchup into?
Well, I wanted to say that Terrorblade is a good matchup against Anti-Mage. But they banned out the Anti-Mage. Like, I'm just really shook. Maybe they just really respect Miracle's Anti-Mage that much. They probably felt like, oh, last game was a pretty good game for us against Anti-Mage and we still lost, so let's just get rid of it. Yeah. He does have some of these carries that he plays exceptionally well, so that could be the reason why they got rid of this AM.
Dire team pick.
Next. The Mudgolems to pick up their next hero.
A lot of stuff still in the pool, like PA. I know there's an Omni Knight, but we'll work around that. See PAs just go for Battlefield Deso into Nullifier without BKBs. Right now against Mudgolems, you don't need a BKB. It really depends on the next drafts. Shadow Demon, so this hero does not have a disable. That could be a problem. Nigma might look into even picking a Storm Spirit potentially with the Shadow Demon being picked up. I think that could be nice. DP can just go off in with the Earth Spirit, and then you got like a Storm mid who can create a lot of chaos setups in the team fights.
5 seconds remaining.
That could be nice for them. They pick Kuros here first. I want to see one more hero from Mudgolems before they drop that Storm.
What do you think about his
like one of the Spirit Bros?
What do you think about his tanky Crystal Maiden build last game? That was pretty amusing watching this CM tank up hits from a Faceless Void and survive.
It was good. Yeah. It was surprisingly a really good purchase. Like normally you see CMs go with Glimmer, 4 stats and stuff. Crouch doesn't care. He just went straight Crimson. And like I saw 33 who had like 18k net worth TP to the CM and I couldn't kill him.
Yeah.
So it took a very long time. So it was pretty nice.
Dire team pick.
Underlord first. Oh wow. Okay, so this Underlord is very similar to Death Prophet, right? Does percentage based damage. So the Heavenly Grace is not going to be so impactful. They're gonna take a lot of damage getting hit by the Firestorm. It's TB, and this Underlord could be either mid or off lane as well. We've seen quite a bit of Underlord mids from the pro players, and Mudgolems not picking up Invoker, so definitely not going to be seeing any Storm Spirits or anything like that. Quite surprised that they decided to pick like the Underlord first and not get their position 5, but maybe Crow just wasn't sure like which 5 he wanted to play yet. Saving 33-0 for last. They really want to punish Miracle if they could. Last pick.
There it is. There's the Zeus. So
wait, what?
The lanes are looking pretty funky here. Who's going in the safe lane? Is it DP safe?
Oh, who's
lane?
the 5? Who's the 5?
I think they haven't picked their 5 yet. DP 5. We've seen some really crazy stuff coming out here, folks. We'll have to wait until they pick up their heroes, but we can theorize. One thing I will say
is it possible? Yeah.
Oh, I was
gonna say, is it possible? Okay, are you first, sir?
Me first? All right, my point is very clear.
Yes.
I'm just gonna say Supreme Invoker is very, very good. If you give this guy a good game on Invoker, he is gonna absolutely perform for your team. That's my point. Now you.
Okay, what I was gonna say was, this could be a possible Miracle Underlord, which would be insane because I've not seen a carry Underlord, or a Miracle Death Prophet. Kuro just wants to play position 5 Underlord, just like in Firestorm. I don't know, like this is Nigma. They feel so confident right now. After that winning that last game, they feel like, yo, we can outplay these guys no matter what we take. Let's just pick whatever's good for the game against what they've drafted, and then we'll figure the rest out later.
Yeah. Screw it. I mean, you know, Nigma, they're very keen on just kind of messing around, playing some heroes in some different positions. I mean, Kuro has played, I believe, the most heroes in competitive Dota than anyone else. So, yeah, this team's always capable of pulling out these curveballs. Gons might not be ready for this. I think
10
they've done.
seconds
Do you feel like they've done a good job on kind of drafting into this terrible?
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
They have all the heroes that can counter Terrorblade. Zeus,
Dire
Underlord,
team ban.
really good against TB. Percentage-based damage on both of them. Zeus's static field, so annoying for the TB. I'm expecting TB to go like some kind of SNY build this game. Just like
10
SNY,
seconds remaining.
no, BKB. Scotty is really good
5
against Death
seconds
Prophet.
remaining.
Just something like that. Just really tank up.
It would feel
Manta
really
seems
nice.
like it might die pretty quick.
Yeah, it would feel really nice to not have to build BKB when you've got an Omni Knight on your team. That's often why you draft Omni Knight, so you don't have to build BKB on your carry. But yeah, I mean, when you're playing TB into heavy magic damage,
Radiant
that hero's got
team
a small health pool. He's got lots of armor, but a small health pool. But you really can't.
Mudgolems also believe they need a carry on the side of Nigma, and I think so too. I just think Kuro's gonna play one of these goofy heroes here, like Zeus or Underlord.
Wonky shit. Yeah.
10 seconds
I love how they're just willing to do anything, put anyone anywhere. It's like, screw it, we'll
5 seconds
run.
remaining.
I mean, all the top teams seem to though. You know, we've seen Secret, OG, Liquid. You know, these guys will always mix it up when the time comes to. You can just get that drafting advantage over your opponent by doing so, then totally worth it. What should they go for? The Arc Warden bat. But on the side of Mudgolems, I feel like they're really aching for some. They really don't have anyone.
They
who's gonna
need
go
it.
in.
Well, they have Invoker, who's pretty good. It's gonna be Quaswex for sure. There it is. I carry a Lifestealer. A carry hero who's quite safe and can farm on his own to make up for Kuro playing like the Zeus or Underlord
10 seconds
as a position 5. Maybe that's a Death Prophet actually position 5.
seconds
Okay,
remaining.
maybe this is a Death Prophet position 5
That's what
with the
I thought.
Lifestealer
That's
carry.
what I'm going for.
It's also possible, and then Zeus mid, right? And they go with the Bat Rider pick. Oh, that's a pretty. Is that Invoker offlane now then?
No, Supreme's
mid
playing
still.
Invoker.
That's kind of awkward picking a Bat Rider unless they plan to go aggro Charlie, because Blyster is amazing against. And I'm a really big hater of Bat offlane, right? Just feeds sticky, you know, if you feed magic stick charges, you're gonna get a lot of farm on the person Bat's playing against. You get a lot of XP too because you got a support in your lane. And that is a Kuro Death Prophet here.
All right.
It's picked up.
There it is. Okay, so it's going to be position 5 Death Prophet coming out for Nigma. Interesting strategy from them. Meanwhile, Mudgolems, they are going for, plain and simple. Invoker mid, Skidder playing the Terrorblade, and 33 playing the Bat Rider. I like what they're doing in this draft for Mudgolems here, to be honest. Bat Rider feels, it gives them what I wanted. You know, it gives them that catch, it gives them that hero which can go in, do a bit of disrupting. It doesn't feel like it's a kind of ace in the hole kind of pick, which I kind of wanted as their final pickup, but it ticks the box, and 33, very good player, should be able to play around pretty well. How does it do against DP5? I don't know. I can't answer that for you.
I don't think they're going to want to lane against the DP5. I think they want to lane this Bat Rider against the Underlord. It's a good game and has a kill potential on the Underlord, because the TB Omni are not going to want to lane against Underlord either, and the Bat doesn't want to lane against Lifestealer, so it's just a natural decision here to try and swap the lanes on the side of Mudgolems, and I'm pretty sure Nigma realize that, and they're going to try to scout out things and see okay, where are these guys actually going.
Alrighty, let's get into it then. Game number 2 of Mudgolems versus Nigma here in the OGA Dotapit lower bracket. Loser of the series gets eliminated from the tournament. There are no second chances anymore. Let's see who comes out with the victory. You know, I think if there's a game they could possibly take, I would say Mudgolems, this is it, but I still think I am favoring Nigma's draft here. I kind of like what they're doing with this DP5 thing. This silence seems pretty value, and just in general, I kind of like these calls they've got going for their team as well. Meanwhile, GH, trying to play around the Roche Pit, should be okay. The Cold Snap's not going to be enough to bring him down. Supreme and Fat are just playing.
Lane, indeed. Look at both of the side laners for Nigma. They're both starting with Magic Stick. They're like, all right, you might play against Bat Rider, I might play against Bat Rider, but we need this Magic Stick level 1.
Yeah.
For sure. So we'll just chill and see what's up. But for now, they're just gonna go with very standard lanes. Mudgolems not really looking like they're gonna swap things around. And this is gonna be a very favorable lane for Miracle. If you thought he had really good farm last game, he's gonna have even better farm this game.
I've never seen a more value stick in my life. The Shadow Demon Batrider lane.
Yep.
These sticks, and it's gonna be like
Battle begins.
they're gonna go up to 30. I'm pretty. GH gonna be able to run and steal a bounty rune from the side of Mudgolems, meaning they start the game with 3. And use that rolling boulder to get himself down to the low ground and get
Good steal. And GH actually gonna be the bottom lane support. He's also starting with the magic stick. He's gonna be very happy instead of fighting into the Omni top. And Kuro is gonna be laning into TB. Are they swapping lanes? They're swapping lanes.
Interesting.
TB is going bottom, but he's running back top. Oh boy. Mudgolems might be overthinking things a little bit.
Yeah, Miracle's just chilling. Like he's not going anywhere. He's just staying down in this bottom lane, and Skinner's just missed an entire lane wave of creeps for no real reason. In okay, he's missed 1 creep so far, but 2 creeps. That's not great. That is not great.
Milan pulling the creeps bottom. They want to get that wave in front of the tower if they can. He's gonna take a lot of damage from GH. Doesn't have any salve either. They're both starting with boots bottom.
Fast boys. Pulling the creeps across. 33 is going to happily take them. And bring them out in front of tower to reset the wave. Miracle, meanwhile, links them up to the hard camp to try and amplify his own farm a bit. So, talk to me about... Oh, roll in. It's not going to connect in the bottom lane, unfortunately. So, that's going to put an end to this. So, talk to me about this middle lane. It's going to be Evoker versus Zeus. Anyone favored in this matchup, really?
It should be Invoker. Invoker has always kill potential onto the Zeus if he lands those tornadoes into cold snaps. If
Milan's dropping down in the bottom lane. He is going to be a first blood. GH and Miracle get on top of him and bring down that Shadow Demon. Meanwhile, TB getting harassed pretty badly up in the top lane as well by Mind Control and Kuro. It's kind of going to be persistent, right? Like the spam ability of this DP under the
huge
lane
spams.
is insane.
Yeah, it is. And that's like right after the meta ran out.
Oh, cancels the salve as well. Kuro finding the entry point.
Yeah. By the way, when Kuro plays heroes like this, like not really common position, when he shines the most, you know, he's like super motivated. Like, you know, I worked with him before, and he's got like this what do you call it, like light in his eyes when he plays these kind of things. Yeah, twinkle in his eyes, like, yo, I'm gonna show you guys how it's done. And that's what's going on right now. Like, he's playing this position 5 Death Prophet. He's in the zone.
So does he like kind of start taking the game, maybe not less seriously, but, you know, enjoying it and really kind of getting into it when he's playing these?
Yeah, he's more serious when he plays heroes like this. Exactly. Like,
down the bottom lane, Rowan coming in onto 33 as he tries to get under the tower. Disruption's going to buy him a little bit of time, but it isn't going to be enough here to save his life. I don't think so. He's running through the tree lines, leaving a trail of flames behind him. Miracle trying to cut through, but GH's going to cut him down with a rock, and they get that kill onto 33. Well, last game we saw Mudgolems taking control of the side lanes. This time, Nigma having a great start to this bottom. And
this is a very... Oh, Milan.
One. Oh boy, yeah, the Shadow Demon's looking like he's about to get his cookies crumbled here. Disruption's going to buy him absolutely 0 time, I believe. Yeah, juke it. Miracle's not falling
He tried. Top lane, there's a little bit of pressure going on. Yeah, they're gonna get her is all pressured up, even though he popped the meta. But yeah, Batrider again bottom, gonna get jumped on.
Oh no, 33, not like this. He's trying to run across to the untouchable zone. Miracle, can he touch him? GH, okay. He catapults him across the crevice and keeps himself alive. Yeah, pretty cute flame break. Meanwhile at mid 33, he goes in for the double damage, but could be in some trouble. Pops a fairy fire. Poison's coming out though. They've got through on top of him. They want to give the kill to Supreme, and they will be able to do exactly that. Supreme brings down Wii in the mid lane. That is a pretty important kill, because that was something Golems had to have going in their favor.
Definitely. Supreme, like, he has the kill potential on the Zeus because of the setups, but Weeha is the one who's actually ahead in the lane. I mean, we just know, like, Zeus just farm, right? He just wants to farm. His impact comes from the mid game, late game, especially when he gets that ulti up. But this bottom lane, though, from Nigma, man, this is like a 90-10 lane. You got like a Bat Rider and a Shadow Demon playing into 2 strength heroes with magic sticks, and it's a Miracle Lifestealer. Bat can't pressure this hero whatsoever. He's already gone into the jungle now, too, knowing that he can't lane bottom anymore.
Poor guy. He's been demoted from even the offlaner to the jungler. What year is this? Meanwhile, Milan, he's gonna steal a rune. Definitely gonna die for this. Like, this is a nomad guarantee that Milan is dead.
I am hard.
Telling you, Nigma's really feeling themselves when they do something like this. They're just absolutely in the zone, crushing it on all the lanes. Underlord especially, he's supposed to have a little bit of a tough time, at least in the first levels, but he's not. He's the top last hitter at the moment.
Loving life. Absolutely loving life. Every one of these lanes is going pretty well. I mean, Supreme, he's got a little bit of an edge at mid after that first blood, but I mean, it's literally 100 gold. It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing.
He needs to make plays on the side lane. Like, that's how he can bring his team back into this game, right? You go maybe top lane, kill the Underlord once or twice. You got to get the Bat Rider there too. Mudgolems are going to have to group up as 5 much earlier than you would like them to. But that's the only real way to stop this pressure from Nigma.
He gets caught out going for the rune once again. Milan making this rotation. He's got the haste rune as well, so we is not escaping this one. And Milan with the body blocks, just trying to make sure this kill goes the way of the Invoker, and it most certainly will. Man, they're really enabling this Invoker. Milan
TB top
movements, but up at top, yeah, Skinner. He's being run down by 3 heroes, but Kuro can't keep the Spirit Siphon going any longer than this, so he's going to get himself away. Meanwhile, Fada under the tier 1 will also be safe, but still a lot of pressure coming down as this catapult just whacks away at this tier 1 tower here at the top.
Very good play from Fada to at least delay this tower, but he's gonna die for it.
Well, he actually dodges out the roll and the Pit of Malice by purging off the pit with the Heavenly Grace. So
oh, GH has no mana.
Nice space. He's got mangoes to heal himself up if he wants to. In comes Supreme as well with the tornado. They're looking at GH here. He doesn't have any mana. He's gonna get it right click down. Fata, beautiful plays from the Grand Theft creep wave into the kill. And now Kuro's in trouble as well. Milan needs to finish the job here. Unfortunately, guesses wrong with the poison, and Kuro is actually going to be able to escape. So Milan not able to convert that one into a kill, but still very nice as they keep this tower alive.
All right, so Fada stops the tower from dying and a kill, huh? I mean, that was such a crucial dodge on the rolling boulder there. And GH also running out of mana. Maybe it was not the best decision to keep on chasing.
I mean, you see that position 5 stealing a creep wave, you know, you don't want to let that guy get away with it. Every bone in your body tells you to beat the crap out of that dude. Sometimes, you know, it's just not the right play.
Lifestealer just chilling bottom. There's not a hero on Mudgolem's side who can actually pressure him. Maybe Skitter, if he has meta up, that could be the reason why Miracle would leave, but as of right now, he's just so happy to stay here, be this dead lane hero that nobody can really contest, farm up the camps nearby, and giving so much space to we and Mind Control, farm top and mid.
The mean boys blocking 33's stacks on the Ancient, and now even trying to come and take some of his creeps away as well. Kuro's going to come in as well. Thunder God finishes the job. 33 gets killed off, and now Supreme and Skinner wrapping out onto Kuro. They get the kill into the DP. GH is a little bit deep, but unfortunately they don't have the vision on him, so I think he's going to be able to escape. Meanwhile, Miracle coming in, seeing there's a creeps to clean up, but there is not. He's going to go back to hitting his own creep.
That was a 4-man rotation, and Nigma still get the position 3 for the 5. Looks pretty good for them. Underlord also free farming on the top side, constantly dragging the creep wave into the neutral camps. Miracle just back at bottom. Can't help but feel like Miracle's gonna take this bottom tower before Mudgolems takes the bottom tower at this rate.
We'll see. But he certainly is doing a good old pressure in currently. So, pretty active laning phase. 9 kills in 9 minutes is definitely what we want to be seeing. Nigma coming out with a significant advantage though, as Miracle and this Lifestealer is having an absolute free time, completely uncontested in this farm. Do you feel now that they should have completed that lane swap early on in the game?
I mean, you can see the product of how Mudgolems laned, right? Against his lifestealer.
And GH also getting jumped on down at bottom. He's got no mana once again, and Fada and 33 are going to be able to run down this Earth Spirit. Nice to try get himself away with a rollout. That's not going to happen. Meanwhile, Milan is actually going to be able to be fine at top lane as well. He did get jumped by Kuro and Mind Control, but it looks like they weren't able to actually follow through on the kill there.
This is like a good time for Supreme to actually go bottom and help this Terrorblade try to take the bottom tower while Fada just stays mid and gets XP. But Supreme's actually running back to mid. So Skitter, he's just gonna walk back into the jungle, try to farm some mages now. And Miracle still chilling down here, doesn't feel a need to actually leave. I think Mudgolems, they're really just not playing like a team at the moment when they do something like this. They gotta be opening up the map. And Nigma, like, they're doing exactly that. They're constantly pressuring this top tower.
Well, like, Supreme making this play at mid, I mean, he does a good amount of damage, but he just doesn't seem to have any teammates with him currently. Milan's been the only one who's been rotating in to play with him. Admittedly, like, yeah, Omni Knight, Invoker, not the scariest combo in the world, but I don't know, I kind of want to see, like, someone else trying to play with him, maybe the Bat Rider.
They're making a smoke, though. This is a little unpredictable, I would say. I don't think Nigma really gonna expect the smoke to come up, but do they have the kill potential? They got the close snap. Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna take him down quite easily. I like the way Weehow is actually coming in at the top there, moving into the fight, and then he saw in the back lines. Hello, Fada gets dropped by the lifesteal rotation. They're looking towards Supreme as well. He doesn't have the Ghost Walk off cooldown, 7 seconds still, and he's gonna get killed by Wee. That's a double kill for Wee. I mean, they were both made by Miracle, but Wee, you know, being loose and all, decides to claim for himself. Meanwhile, 33 caught inside the root, no place to get away. He can't get up that cliff in time. He's gonna get killed off as well. And I look towards Skitter as well. He's just farming the camp nearby. I'm not quite sure this is the play, but he's gonna turn around, be able to get off the sun to get his health up to full. But they're just gonna rip him through him the second time around, and they are gonna be able to kill the Terrorblade. I'm not too sure what that was, honestly. How is he
well, the mid
there?
catapult dies at least. I'm really not sure either. He was just farming. Sometimes we make mistakes, Nomad. We are humans. It happens. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he felt safe because they have this ward up here, so he saw their movements and he was like, yeah, you know, they don't really know I'm about. I should be okay to just take this medium camp and then move on for efficiency's sake. But yeah, I mean, we were just kind of played a bit too fast. Quite ready for him.
And Miracle now too. Like Nigma, if you have one hero dead on the other side, they're not gonna stop. They're gonna keep running at you.
So GH is
just the kind of team they are.
He's got the demonic purge on him, so no way to survive.
Tower though,
The
free GH kill, and Miracle just gonna start invading this triangle area, take the TB's ancients away. Atol's now complete on Underlord, so they have another form of catch available on Nigma's side.
Yeah, and they're going to jump onto Supreme straight off the bat, but unfortunately, Mind Control doesn't quite combo my Pit of Malice with the Atos straight away, so it becomes a little bit easy for the Invoker to get away, but it's not really trying for anything there, actually. They're just trying to retreat. Continue farming up these jungle camps with his Arc Lightning, and then cover a smoke now. Nigma are going to go and make some plays. GH fested up with his teammate, and they see Fata. That's going to be an easy kill on the Omni Knight. They're looking for more immediately though. I love how GH just immediately scouts ahead trying to find someone. Skitter would be a great target, but he's made his way over towards the tree line, and I don't think Nigma can chase that deep.
Damn, Skitter is like completely cornered right now, has the TP top lane, and Nigma are gonna understand it's like they just took over the triangle. That means the enemy carry gonna play onto the other side. We might just see them run in there very soon. They did just use one smoke, so we probably won't see them use it right away, but at least to that jungle area, constantly kicking the Terrorblade out of his farming zone. Thing Nigma continue to do. Might just take this bottom tower first though. It's looking pretty free for them.
Yep, the final tier 1 tower for Team Nigma gets taken down at 40 minutes into the game. This is pretty good timings for them. Be sad about it all. Meanwhile, they haven't even been able to take one tier 1 tower on the side of Mudgolems. This map is going to feel very, very small for them. I want to reiterate my point from before as well, is that the Invoker actually had a really good lane. He came out ahead of the Zeus. There were some nice rotations in from Milan, but I just kind of feel like they didn't really link up with him and play with him, and I don't really know where that call needs to come from, whether it needs to come from Supreme himself. He is a stand-in, so it's kind of awkward for him to be able to, you know, ask
it's
for that.
a pretty good... I have a pretty good question for you, right? Who do you think on the side of Mudgolems can play with him? There really isn't anyone.
On the Batrider, surely, but yeah, Batrider with Boots of Travel doesn't really feel like.
Well, the Batrider had a terrible lane playing against a Lysander, and mind you, they took that like after they saw, right? Then also they have a Shadow Demon who doesn't really play that well with Invoker either, and Omni is just Omni Knight. They don't really have a lot of synergy or heroes who can Invoker, but the Invoker needed to be the one to make plays, some surprising to get his team back into the game. GH?
Oh, GH gets the bounty rune. He does walk into 3 heroes. Surely they can punish this at least. They can get top of him and they will take him down. The Nimbus gets dropped. Yeah, that's the Zeus tag available. Lasso comes out, but he gets immediately murdered for his efforts. Goodbye. And now everyone's just trying to TP themselves away. Fada gets out. Everybody else does as well. Supreme's just on the run, doing it by foot, but with those works, he's going to be completely fine.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Kuro also using excellent. Not that it matters. He's a position 5, right? He's already done his job in this game. He was like pretty much a threat in the draft. Moved that hero into the 5 when he realizes like it's kind of getting semi-countered here, and then just picked much more optimal core heroes. And Miracle, he's having such an amazing game. Look at this. Hey, we did say that Miracle is gonna have a way better game than he did last game, and he's having that right now. He's 8.6k net worth, 16 minutes in. This is just beyond free farm Lysander at the moment.
For this hero, that's extremely good, Mark. And he's going to keep on whacking away in the tier 2 towers now, finding his aggression. Meanwhile, we've got GH maybe caught out here by Supreme and Fata. Can they finish the job though? Under the Nimbus is tanking up quite a lot. GH going to roll himself away. The Illusions won't be able to finish the job. And now Supreme held still inside the Pit of Mouse, has the invis though, and can run himself to a degree of safety. Meanwhile, Milan tries to come around the back, get out a couple of spells. Miracle sees him though, and Miracle wants him, but he won't get him. Yeah, it's a little too far for a Lysander to go for it. Pretty worthless kill.
At least Mudgolems do get away, and they're gonna keep farming up on the map, try to get some items before they try to group up. But the tier 2 mid is okay. A lot of danger from the more heroes they keep bringing mid to defend this, the more kill people. They're not gonna stop. GH is showing bottom though. That might actually deter Nigma from
smacking away at that tier 2 tower and infest up inside mind control. Maybe they do a little bit of a wrap around, see what there is to see. There isn't much to see.
jumping into his Uber. Ready for the ride, but nah, bruh. Ain't going right now. Farm up the triangle instead. Mid tower's pretty low, 400 HP.
Yeah, it's been a long push for Nigma, but they will be able to take it, and the commitment pays off in the end as they take down the middle tier 2. Again, you know, just feeling less and less space to move around and farm up on the side of Mudgolems on this map. And I love that Lysa is going for the AC as well. This is an item which TB hates playing into.
Radiant's bottom tower.
But TB can also steal it, right? With the reflection.
True.
Just kind of nice. But other than that, like, it's still a freaking insanely good item to have it pre-20 minutes.
Well, for the solo kill, Mind Control's gonna come in and make it a duo kill, and Weeha's gonna jump in and yeah, make it the old 3-on-1. Meanwhile,
Dels Uber top? Oh, it's because they want to make sure if Mudgolems do jump the Lysander top, because they showed all bottom, they're ready for that counterplay. But Mudgolems have no intentions of taking any fights at the moment, so they're just gonna walk up, probably take the outpost before 20 minutes. Or at least I would like to see them do it. Mudgolems. When is the point of their comeback? When can they try and make a play and go for a team fight? What items are they waiting for? They're just waiting for the angle of fight, right? The way that Nigma's playing, they're so tight. They're not giving any chance for Mudgolems to get any pickoffs. And the only hero that can really pick off at the moment is, I guess, the Invoker. The Batrider's still making his way towards that BKB and split pushing.
For Roshan gets
Batrider
taken. The tornado comes into it to try and disrupt this, but yeah, no Batrider here. Supreme, he's just trying to make some space, but unfortunately, now they get on top of him. He gets the invis out though. GH has also get himself poisoned up a little bit. Tries to go for the roll, but it does get cancelled out immediately by that cold snap. So they're drawing out this fight out for a very long time, and they're going to be able to pop him with the poisons. Goodbye, GH. But they're still very strong.
That was a 5 stack of poisons on GH.
Yeah.
I don't think he realized that he had so many on him. But I think this is going to give Mudgolems a chance to defend this possibly. Batrider still has no intentions of actually coming. And I think Nigma are just going to be like, yo, we need our Earth Spirit. Lycider's kind of low HP. Let's just chill out.
Yeah, so this play from Supreme and Milan did actually give the Batrider space to finish off his BKB. 33 is going to rock up into the next fight with a pretty impressive item. This means that he can go in and steal the Lifestealer, or preferably the Zeus if possible, but without them being that tricky.
They also have the Solar Crest up on Invoker now, so the TB is actually looking a little bit scarier now with that pickup.
Yeah, Solar Crest.
Mind Control is making his way towards the Solar Crest too, but won't be having it for the next engagement. Mudgolems already smoking up. They got everything they need.
See what they can do. 33 coming across. They're looking for Miracle. They want to try and take down the big boy. The BKB comes out from the back run. Lasso coming through, and the artillery just pounds away the Lifestealer. He is removed from existence. Mind Control going to be the next target. He's trying to get himself away, but unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen, as they're going to be able to drop him as well. Next target going to be Kuro. Kuro, is there any way out of this one? Dropping the Spirit Siphons down onto 3 heroes. Still not enough, though, to keep her alive. 3 heroes chained up. Roshan looking very tempting for Mudgolems. They make their way across. Beautiful plays from them. Nigma, can they do anything about this Roshan attempt?
They want to kill the Fada. I think they want to kill Fada. They at least want to kill someone who's just running in.
GH actually rolls forward into them, dropping the 4-man Magnetize down. Fada's got to be careful. He's taking a lot of damage. Actually just going to die to the Nimbus in the back. GH causing a whole lot of hurt here, as they might even get 33 as well. Magnetize actually just runs out, so they won't be able to finish that one off. Milan's got to be careful. The Nimbus doing work, and they're actually having to leave this one. They did buy enough time to stop the Roshan, and Supreme's even going to get left behind by his team here. This Invoker's just going to get picked up on the back, and now Nigma, they see Roshan sitting wide open on half HP, ready for his team to come in and take it. What
was incredible.
Mudgolems do wrong there?
So Mudgolems, they had to go out and kick this Zeus and Earth Spirit out, because if Earth Spirit rolls in, magnetizes 5 heroes with the Zeus, Nimbus, and the ulti, that would be a complete disaster, right? Because we didn't actually use any skills while they were killing the Lifestealer. So they try to go out, they try to kick him out, but you know, this Earth Spirit is just still way too strong while he has that up, and he just buys back right away. So the suicide mission from GH, and it works out because now they got Aegis on the side.
It was really good. He got off so much damage with his death there. Meanwhile, Fata, he's immediately going to throw down the Heavenly Grace onto himself, dragging himself away. What is this? What is these roots coming out from Mind Control? It's like, hey, have an Atos. Hey, have a bit of Malice. Hey, have a net. God damn it, stop rooting me, GH. Mind Control, now they jump forward onto Milan. Hello, Milan. Goodbye, Milan. Thank you for playing.
Is under attack. Radiant structures.
I call this a Miracle Aegis. I think of all the players I've seen, Miracle is the absolute craziest, having an Aegis and just constantly running at the opponent.
Oh yeah,
like he just doesn't stop.
No, it enables him to go full aggressive mode, dial in towers, pushing for kills, which other carries wouldn't do so.
Going for an MKB next too. Is that the best item? I guess he's got the damage output with all the attack speed. Maybe just playing up for that TB potential butterfly later anyway. But TB's going for the Scotty now. He also went for the Manta style anyway, regardless of how much magic damage is available on Nigma's side. Easy ways to kill illusions too. Mudgolems are kind of just chilling, you know, waiting for this Aegis maybe to run out. 3 minutes. But meanwhile, Miracle just taking out the towers one by one. Blink Dagger almost up on the Batrider. Maybe once the Aegis is down, they will try to do that same thing again, where they jump and try to burst him. Terrorblade, Alacrity, Solar Crest.
I mean, Mudgolems have to be confused by the fact that they know they can bring down this Lifestealer once. It's possible. They're going to try and do just some gentle pokes, but he's just going to get inside this reinforced creep, so the free the escape. Pretty nice.
Oh, it's really good. This Lifestealer ulti is one of the most triggering ones for.
It's pretty broke.
So hard to. One Supreme. They're on the hunt.
Oh, they have the dust on him. He is looking like he might be a little bit dead, a little bit French froze. Oh, and they go though with the lasso. They managed to grab out GH now. Well, the ultimate pop from Skinner to just blow him up. I say ultimate, I mean Metamorphosis. Pretty much an ultimate anyway. It's Sparta running around in the middle of this fight. They're opening out the Purification. Actually, onto Skinner, giving his own life to keep Skinner a little bit healthier. Lycia's going to come in and try and look for Supreme. Supreme's just going to try and control him up though. He's got the rage available in 18 seconds, and now Supreme needs to leave. Skinner kind of isolated. He's away from his teammates. A Miracle is coming in. Now he needs to find a way out of this. Meanwhile, Kura gets dropped by Milan. Skinner gets off the ultimate onto the Life Stealer, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to matter Manta to get rid of the open wounds, but unfortunately just can't bring down Miracle, can't make the trades, and Wee is going to be able to get, oh, the Sunstrike nearly connects onto Lycia. They can't even get his Aegis though, and that is going to be the end of it. Yeah, unfortunately with that TB dead, no more fighting really possible from Mudgolems.
Yeah, they did not lasso the Lycianer because he has an Aegis. They went for the Earth Spirit, who did not have a buyback. After that, I think Skinner almost brought down Wee. He had like 200 HP, but then boom, regeneration rune in his bottle. Just pops that, gets full everything, goes back into the fight. Skinner can no longer take this engagement anymore, especially while Omni is gone. And I also saw Kuro near the tier 4s. He was diving a Bat Rider.
Okay, I was wondering what he was up to, but yeah. Going him pretty deep there, bud. Keen for it. Meanwhile, Miracle just having fun with his own illusions. Aegis still have a minute left on it. I don't think they'll be breaching high ground with this one, but maybe they want to move to bottom and take the tier 2, but 33 doing the best he can to make sure that's not very easy. Just trying to set the creep wave on fire. Uh-oh, Nimbus cuts off his retreat. He has got a BKB though, so he can TP away if he wants to. There's no Basher available on Miracle, so he will be able to get out of this with those. Still a lot of damage coming through. A little bit close. "26 minutes into this game, 10k gold advantage for Nigma. They are feeling very much in control. It is going to come down to this next Roshan, I believe.
It is, but Nigma, they're not really interested in waiting for the rush. They want to keep on fighting if they have the chance. Like Zeus right now, he's incredibly strong. Lifestealer is feeling quite invincible as well. They got that Solar Crest up on the Underlord. That's going to give a lot of damage for the Lifestealer. I would really like to see 33 get some more catches.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
At the moment, doesn't feel like he's been able to have a whole lot of impact in terms of team fighting.
It really is just a case of Mudgolems trying to find that engagement again where they can grab the Lifestealer and just blow him up with the damage of the Terrorblade, but that's not going to be so easy, especially with the Zeus being a huge threat on the board now as well. He's going in for the Lincoln Sphere, so he's not going to be able to get lassoed as easily and can even throw it onto Lifestealer if he feels safe enough to do so.
Lincoln's also against a Cold Snap. Probably the other way that he actually gets caught out. He's got a lot of mobility with that Blink Dagger too. He understands all he really needs to do is be able to cast spells freely. Interesting choice to go for the Lincoln, but it seems pretty good.
Are scanning.
Better than the
Radiant's
last game's
bottom
Lincolns?
tower is under attack.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Golems are looking to move into their triangle, but even doing this, they are so scared to do so. They don't have the vision up. They don't know if Nigma's here.
GH, he has Miracle inside of him. They're waiting for the Bat Ride to TP top and get that catch.
This double damage could be big. If he goes for it, he could be in some real trouble. And they go, oh, they don't.
He's got a blink.
Have the detection.
They have no vision. He's invis. Yep. Okay. I mean, they didn't know that he was invisible, right?
No, it's fair enough. I mean, why did you sentry down there? But that's just unlucky, really.
He's also got a dagger, so if he sees him, he's like, ah. Well.
Grand Theft double damage. That could have been really nice for the TB to take this next engagement as well.
I'm gonna go in. GH is... He's hungry, man. He's hungry for blood right now.
pinging Kuro at mid. They're like, hey, you know, this could be an easy one. They've got down the vision. Tornado just about going to catch on Tim as well. The rest of Nigma start making their way over, but nobody TPing in. However, it's going to take them a long time to bring down this DP, and you see Mudgolems are so afraid of committing to this kill, to be honest. Now, GH comes run on through. He's got that Lester inside him still, as they see the Bat Rider kind of playing around on the low ground. Can he get himself away is a question. The answer is looking like it's probably going to be yes. So a very cat and mouse fight as everyone tries to make the initiation onto each other, and no one really manages to catch anyone. So in the end, everyone will just disengage. But Nigma are done.
They got scared.
Forwards, they look forward onto the TB. TB needs to find a target, needs to find a way out of this. Disruption's going to come through. Maybe that's going to be enough to save him, but no, immediately into the root. GA comes through, heal as well. They're doing their best to keep Skinner alive. He does get off that ultimate ability, but it's not enough to keep him alive. He will still fall just for the damage of Kuro and everybody else as GH runs through. Kills of 33 Mudgolems. Where did they go? There's nobody left. Everybody's dead on their team. What just happened to them?
And they're going straight to the high ground top too. I mean, they commit onto the Lifestealer. It was a pretty nice disruption, but he decided to sunder the low HP Lifestealer instead of maybe the Death Prophet or even the Underlord who had full health. If he got that sunder off on one of the full HP targets, he might have been able to just man up with his team and take that fight. A little bit of a misplay.
Unfortunately so, and that puts his team very far behind us. With Milan dying here, this is going to be a very, very long but team wipe nonetheless.
Even though this is a position 5 Death Prophet, but with this Yules and Craggy Cold, like, he just walked straight into that fight with the Exo. Yeah. Destroyed them. Like, there's so much impact coming out from Kuro in these engagements. All of his spells are very powerful.
Absolutely. It's extremely difficult to bring it down the DP. Extremely difficult to bring down anyone. I mean, who do you focus in this game? It's too hard.
Middle tower has fallen. Dire's top barracks.
Mudgolems, unfortunately, looking like that we might be coming up to their final moments in this series. Well, they do have a tier 2 at bottom, so it won't be Megas. I imagine they're going to look to go for Roshan here, Nigma, but I don't think there's much to stop them just running into that pit.
It's up. Got the Solar Crest. It's time. Secure the game. Mudgolems, they're gonna stick around because, you know, and if you got GG, you're out anyway. So might as well just play to your outs or something. Got one more team fight, right? You know you're down the Raxes. You probably know how much gold you're missing too, but you always got that hope.
Last game before Christmas. Let's play it out. Maybe they might get themselves a gift. I mean, they're going for this. They really want to try it. Tornado's going to come through. Miracle, though, popping the rage, actually running outside of the pit. They really want to make sure they can just grab this one down, and Fathom will get dropped immediately. Way too far forward as he gets killed off. I think GH kicked him back. GH really going to roll forward for more, but that's actually going to get interrupted, so the catch is limited. Meanwhile, 33 still trying to make something happen, but now they get on top of him. He has got a BKB, which is going to have to pop immediately. Can they get him with the right click? He's going for the TP away, but there's too much damage from Nigma. 33 is going to die, and despite his BKB, we're now back into the pit. We show... Oh, they're not even going into the pit, actually. They're just looking for the kills as Kuro has actually died. Looks like he was going for the solo plays onto Supreme. If this does end up on a kill for him regardless, it could be worth it, but he's actually going to get him away. Oh, they did? Oh, no.
They popped the meta for that kill. He's got 2 playmails. Look at Kuro's items. He's got 2 playmails and a Craggy Cold.
Wow.
Over 40 armor.
Good luck.
That's why he was feeling like, yo, I'm going in. I don't care. Where's my team at? Probably why Skinner popped his meta.
Well, here we go. The GG fight is coming on now for Mudgolems. Can they do it? They've got a BKB. Skinner going to jump in, start taking some names, but unfortunately can't find himself a target to take down. We will actually drop here, so that's a pretty big kill. Can they follow it up with any more is a question. They kind of need to. Meta's about to run out in approximately 1 second, and now he's a teeny weeny TB who is just not that scary. And Mudgolems need to back themselves away right now. Unfortunately, Nigma probably not going to let him, and they jump into the backlines. They find themselves Milan. Milan's going to get mauled to death inside the Roche pit. Now moving across for the next target. Fada's going to be that as Mind Control's just going to chop away at him, but they want someone bigger. They want Supreme. They want the Invokers. Yules comes down on Tim. Miracle slowly walking through the ice wall. He's chilling inside that ice wall in more ways than one. He's still trying to get himself away, Invoker, as he dodges out the roll, but unfortunately he's going to need a much more than just a roll dodge to get himself this way. This one, so Lifestealer's courier is actually just following him, so he can't even escape. They will finally run out of vision.
Oh, he's good.
Gonna live. All right. He runs around in circles for just long enough. Pretty nice, but
he was also
is he
baiting
gonna
his
save
career.
him the game? Probably not.
Dire's middle tower.
Oh, hit this courier,
is under
man.
attack.
You know you want it.
Well, it's got an
You know you
MVP
want
on it. Be really annoyed, bro.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Really rough. No meta. But they still got the bottom tier to tower up, and 33 is constantly split pushing this. So
Yeah.
if they want to do something, they gotta go for the tier 4s. Mind control though. Whoa, he's got a cheese. He's good.
Yeah,
He's
my
just
dude's-
manning it out.
Yeah, pretty baller move from Mind Control here. However, it might cost him. Let's see. He's going to have to indeed use the cheat. But now GH comes rolling through, just blows up Supreme, and so much damage running down onto everybody. 33 is going to die as well. Milan tries to force himself up. Can't quite get into the fountain, though. Disruption comes out onto himself, but meanwhile, there's an Omni Knight who's going to die on the foot of their base. Skinner trying to chase back GH. He will find one kill, now dropping the reflection, but inside his own fountain, well, he's going to be able to get the Sunder off. Kuroki taking off a bit more than he can chew. Really feeling confident, but unfortunately, no amount of plate mills can save you from the fountain. We still just trying to play around and drop a couple of lightning bolts, but Miracle, he's focusing on those tier 4s, those big objectives which he knows he needs to bring down. We have got Metamorphosis available. We don't have the BKB as a problem, but now Miracle's going to be the target. He has got that Aegis, don't forget. They'll move back, chase away the Zeus. They need to find a way to bring down Miracle, but they can't do so. Fallon's going to lose his life again, and Skinner, he does not have the Sunder. He's going to die for a second time. Lasso out into the base, doesn't matter. He dies on the steps anyway, and this should be it. We have Supreme respawning, but there's just nothing they can do. It's a 3-on-3, but they are really strong on the side of Nigma. However, what's life steal? Oh, he's hopped inside Mind Control. He's just enjoying the ride. He's just chilling. Now he jumps out, jumps onto 33. 33 gets inside his fountain again, but they're just battering them, keeping it inside their base. And now the Ancient, it is exposed. What can you do, Mudgolems? What can you do? They're playing it out to the bitter end, which is admirable, but ultimately futile as Nigma come in, casting their spells, looking to get on top of Supreme. They've got that Hex available on the Zeus as well. Zeus is dropping pretty low. Milan really wants to finish the job, just wants himself one kill, one teeny weeny little kill, but Wee blinks himself away, and there's your GG's coming out. Unfortunately, Milan will be left empty-handed as the creeps are going to maul them to death, and that's going to be it, folks. That is it for this series. It is a clean 2-0 from Nigma. So congratulations to them. They make their way through this lower bracket.
They were just so much better than Mud Day. I think game 1 was a lot closer because Mudgolems had a little bit of an edge in the draft, but right now this team, like, they gotta go back to the lab. They gotta try some new